In today's review, we take a look at the new MTT from 2025 with the set number 75435. It has a piece count of 976 and in total 12 minifigures. As you already know, we have Commander Bly in this set, or a lookalike, because you already heard the mistakes they did. For example, that print here, the brown print here, is supposed to be a bit thinner. Then there should be a gap between the eyes and that upper part here. And also what I don't understand is why did they not print the whole helmet? It just stops in the middle of the helmet. Then the next thing is that the cheeks, let's call them, are gray. They're supposed to be yellow, but I think maybe it could be what they're trying to do is to show a shadow with that. I don't know, I'm not sure. But also I googled some pictures and maybe I got fake pictures, I don't know, but I think that actually everything here is supposed to be yellow as well, but it's white. So that's the thing. Also, what we know is that it's supposed to have 3 pouches. It has only 2. Where I'm also slightly disappointed is you see here the printing on the left and on the right hand side, that brown printing, that's supposed to be the waist cape. I'm slightly disappointed that it could have added a waist cape, because I mean, you pay a lot for that set and you get actually 2 minifigures out of 12, because the others, I think they are not that expensive. They're just droids, sorry. I don't want to disrespect droids. I assume that this one, Commander, and Aayla are a bit more expensive, so I expected a bit more. But I don't want to downgrade everything. Let's get to the upgrade. So what I like is this macro binocular piece here, which you can move up and down. That's cool. And we got a new shoulder part, that plastic thing here, and it's also printed. That's not a sticker, so that's cool what they did here. I appreciate that. And of course he has also a back print. Before we move to Aayla, he has of course also a rifle. I already mentioned her. Here we have Aayla in the set. She comes with the blue lightsaber and the nice torso print on the front and on the back, and also leg prints. She has a nice headpiece, which looks cool. They did a good job here, I have to admit that. She has 2 face prints. One is the super angry one, let's say the one when she attacks, like, ah, yeah, you didn't hear that noise. The other one is the more friendly one. I think that's right before she attacks you, or the battle droid. We also have 3 of those commando droids in the set. There's nothing special because they're supposed to be brown, as we already know, but they are dark gray here. I don't know why. The commando droids are not the only droids in the set. We have as well 6 of those battle droids, which you have seen already. We have 1 pilot battle droid in the set as well. Before we go to the MTT, I also have to mention that we have a Stap in the set, which is a little one. Why is it little? When the MTT is already little, the Stap cannot be too big, because otherwise you cannot put it into MTT. That's the reason. And you can of course put a battle droid or a commando droid on the Stap, and he can still shoot around. Pew pew. So let's get to the main attraction of the set, the MTT itself. You can see already when I put my hand next to it, it's like 3 times my hand, so it's a super small set. I know I'm not the first one who's mentioning that, but I just want to mention it again, so you know now. Let's start at the front, because there's the main attraction. We have here this, let's call it canister, and when you turn it to the left, you let the droids out. We have 3 on each side, which means we have, as I mentioned already before, 6 in total. What's also so cool about that feature is when you turn it to the right side, the whole thing goes back, and that's not it. Both parts are going back. And that's happening because when you look at the front, we have here a chain. And that chain is connected to that piece, which is pulling that thing back and pushing out. And that's how you can close and open that thing. And I must say that's a brilliant idea. And when we look at already at the front, we see here we have this printed tile. I can zoom in a bit so you can see it even better. We have this printed tile. What I don't like about this is probably it's just mine, it's like this, but here is just some color missing, and yeah, it doesn't look that cool, but overall it's nice. I have to zoom out a little bit. The next thing I want to show you here is we have up here a sticker. On the side, a stud shooter. Here we have the guns, blasters, which I know, since it's a small set, they're also small. When you compare them to the original pictures, you see that those are a tiny bit longer. Let's get to the side. So what you see here is you can open these two parts here and can take a look at the interior. What I don't understand, I know they use colors that you know in case of a set which is super complicated, that you know where you have to put which piece, but honestly everything here is blue and gray, and I don't know why they just added a red piece here and a red piece here. I don't get it. It's a small set, you have only 8 bags in it. It should not be that complicated. It's also, I think, a 9+ set, so this could have been a dark gray, light gray, blue color. Yeah, that's also, it's just, you know, when you open it, you don't expect this color. That's what I'm trying to say. Here, that's a good example. Here it's blue and gray and black. I would expect black. Super cool. Here, they could have used the black one as well. Here as well. I'm just saying, you know. We already see the interior. I take it a little closer. So what we have here, we have 4 times those wheels. We have 2 times here and 2 times here, and 2 of those wheels. On each side we have 4 blasters. So in total we have 8 down here. Why do I say we have it down here? Because of course we have another place, I'll show it later to you, where we have another space to keep the blasters. So we can open it from the side. That's one thing. But that's not everything. We close it now here. You can also open that part. The reason why we have so much space here is not for the droids. No, it's for the Stap. You can place the Stap right here. And if you want, you can also put the droids right next to it. And now when we already take a look at the top part, we have here this piece which we can also remove. And here, ta-da, you see he's already sleeping because he had to wait so long until we get to the top part that he's sleeping. Of course not. I'm gonna show you why he's sleeping or pretends to sleep. We can also push that thing down. What I want to show you is that normally, I say normally, purposely high-pitched, normally the pilot, you know, supposed to sit. But now I keep it open. I hope it works. When you put that thing again on top, I'm not doing it on purpose because I have to hit those things, but you already saw what I meant or what I wanted to show you. He falls down, and even you see I cannot. Wow, okay, but yeah, I mean, when we remove it now, what I think he's not. The eyes look like up there, so his head's supposed to be like this. And again, but I think you see, he's always falling down. Maybe you can do it like this, but it's just not working. It's just too tiny. It's just too tiny. Look, he has no space, no space. I don't know what they did. The only good thing what they did up here is, let me show you that. Also, when I lift it a little bit, give a bit more light, you have here 2 of those holes, which gives you the option to put the blaster in here. At least for this we have space up here. What I also want to mention is that here's another sticker we have. Here we have a sticker, and also on this side. And I know 100% you saw it already before. Why do I assume that? Because you can clearly see there's a difference between the colors. It's not the same color. And then I'm asking myself, I know it's a small set for kids, but why didn't you print that as well? That would have looked so cool. I mean, we can say that to all the stickers, that it would always look cool. But yeah, here it would look definitely cool because here they did it as well. So yes. So this was my review, my friends. Thank you very much for watching, but now let's get to my opinion. So I must say I'm slightly disappointed because I was super hyped when I read the rumors that there will be a new MTT. Because I saw all the other pictures, all the previous MTTs, and I was like, man, I don't care if it's gonna be blue. it's gonna be a big one. And now I see it's a super small one. It's a set for 9 plus. I don't know if this is indicated that it's supposed to be small, but I'm disappointed because you pay a lot to get basically 2 cool minifigures, which they also screwed up, by the way. The rest are droids, which in my opinion are not super expensive minifigures. They also screwed up the color there. If you want to have an MTT, rather save money and try to get one of the older generation, where at least you get more for the money, in my opinion. I don't have them, to be honest, but I think after this review, I'm gonna check the prices and I'm gonna get one. Honestly, I'm happy that I have one, but disappointed that it's super small and you pay so much money. They just didn't do a great job there. It's a nice little display set. These are my last words. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're gonna check out my other reviews. Thank you very much.